Hello and welcome to REBBL. So this is a Gman game of Moshninja's Wood Elves. It's the very first match, and they're against dwarves, which is horrible. So this is a recap of a match which did not go at all well. And as I mentored Moshninja through the college league, I feel a little bit responsible, seeing as he took my build into this game, which is a tree, 2 war dancers, and a catcher, a bunch of line elves, 1 reroll, and unfortunately no apothecary. So I'm going to see what advice I can offer at each turn of this match, of what could be done differently, or what could be done safer, I guess, or just alternatively. Now, it's very easy to say all that with hindsight. A lot went badly, and dwarves are just an absolutely horrific matchup for Wood Elves at any point, but especially as a fresh team. Dwarves get their entire roster and free rerolls at 1000 TV, and elves basically don't get anywhere near as much as they'd like. So, I believe the dwarves won the toss and chose to kick, which is the right choice. So in some pre-match advice for this, I did say to play the offense like defense. And by that I mean sort of screening off about here, keeping the ball back somewhere, and letting them come to you. If he's smart, which this Hargrim is, he played very well, these dwarves. He'd keep 1 or 2 players back to deal with any threats that you might push up here. That ball's nice, isn't it? But the best thing you can do against dwarves really is try and get them out of position and then run away, because you've got the biggest average difference in speed between 2 races. Let's get the skills on here. So, safe moves first and all that. If we're going to punch anyone, you'd first take your blocks with anyone with block, which is your war dancers. So this guy should have taken his blitz against the troll slayer first, really. You've got 1 reroll. You probably have to eat a both down, unless it's really bad. But don't take 2 dice blocks without block first. You could at least use the tree, but it'd be very difficult without committing a lot of players to the line here to get a 3 dice with the tree. So instead, this is probably about as good a setup as you might want on the setup. Ideally, you'd push this dwarf back after taking that blitz, and push the other one or knocking down with a tree, follow up, and then you've got a tree touching 3 players. But unfortunately, the tree took root straight away. Now, if that was a knockdown, oh no, it wouldn't have mattered. I was going to suggest bringing another player in here to get a 3 dice, but that's not how does this work. So with that being a knockdown, I do like putting him next to the lineman, but it was a KO, so never mind. Okay, the most important thing I should start off with in this match is dwarves are horrible. They've got block everywhere apart from the runners, and all the longbeards, effectively the linemen, have tackle. Now, you've only got 3 players with dodge that tackle can hit, but those are your 3 positionals that you really need to keep alive. So the absolute key to this match is not letting a longbeard get a blitz on a war dancer or a catcher. And that would have been the main thing to play with, I think. Makes sense. So knockdown's nice, but the take route's awful, but can't be helped. Later on in this drive, I would have possibly used my blitzers to try and push dwarves back into the tree. But actually too, they get quite stuck there. But this is good. This sort of loose cage, the screen, and the vanity pass is very nice. I was very happy with that. So this sort of positioning here is what I meant with the player's defense. If they blitz this guy, they can't really get past. They're going to have to target him. So I might have liked another player here to stop that advance if they were going to go for that. But other than that, you know, protecting the war dancers, fantastic. So if he's not blitzing positional, he should be using his Troll Slayer to make use of Frenzy. So he's playing very aggressive and trapping you against the sideline, which is exactly what he wants to do. I would have suggested lying him on the ground if he survived that, but he did not. Now this is interesting. I think I might have blitzed the runner over here for this turn. So let's see what we've got here, if we can get the turn thing out of the way. Right, that movement there, it's okay because it gives you a free dice with the tree. So a free dice without block is a 1 in 27 to cause a turnover. So if you're very strictly playing by safest moves first, you'd take a blitz with a war dancer first. Now the Troll Slayer is always a good target, but to get the Troll Slayer here, you have to slot a assist in here, but unfortunately then mark this blitzer with someone else, which you don't want to do. So I'd kind of ignore that, I think. See if I can screen off a little bit more here and use the turn to get a 2 dice on this runner. Now they have screened off themselves very well, but I think the key to this match is if they only do man marking like we've got here and here, then to actually use the blocks that you can generate. So perhaps this lineman goes here, the war dancer blitzes the runner. If you get knocked down, he goes to the side. If not, he goes there, I guess. Maybe he comes back around here. No, there. So then this guy can take a block. And even on a push, he pushes him to the tree, which is quite nice. But first, you would take this one. Whew. Hopefully that'll make sense. Then probably this war dancer comes in here to provide the assist, while the lineman is just the screen here. So I'd run him there, then dodge this guy out, maybe to there, and then maybe just... then we're looking good for a turn. So that's what I'd do. And if you're lucky, you get to push or knock down a bunch of dwarves. If you're unlucky, you cause a turnover pretty soon. Which is probably what's going to happen in a match like this. So him there sort of protecting the ball is okay. I guess if you don't want to overcommit the assists, this isn't too bad. That I don't like. I don't like the push next to your player unless you're going to follow up and then take no block. But I would not like that either, because then your war dancer is quite exposed and he's going to get a blitz on him. So on that push, I would have put him here and just pulled back a bit and then just moved this guy back a bit. This instead, I think, is bringing everyone back a bit too much. There's no need to defend quite so deep when they're so slow. I mean, they're safe, but that's okay. But they would have been safe as well around here. Pretty much. I think I just would have liked to see a screen here to stop that advance. I'm asking quite a lot there. I understand that. So on that dodge, I think it would have been worth moving him round to here and giving this guy being able to block him back into the tree. Now it's not great because we've got the line elf there, but it's worth taking. I think if you get the knockdown, you can knock him down over next to the tree. If you don't, you can push him back here. But in any case, if giving an assist and making a 2 dice block, it's a 1 in 9 to fail, which is a lot better than the 1 in 6, because we're just going to completely ignore the reroll for these rolls. If you fail, you fail. So you just go off what's absolutely safest. And it's quite a nice bonus that a block gives you a very slim chance of removing a dwarf, but they're so difficult. Loving the vanity passes though. So this is what you expect to see. There's sort of gaps around the edge. He runs players around, tries to threaten the ball a little bit. He's still well out of range. So I think I'd hang back and then look to see if I can make a hole somewhere and run people through. But as it is, he just keeps getting removals, which makes this very difficult. So it seems like the tree's not doing anything, but he is protecting this area of the pitch, or he's stopping him from moving through there. He's positioned his dwarves extremely well to stop you from dodging this lineman out while still him not touching the tree. His positioning was really good in this match. So what can you do here? Not a lot. It's pretty tough. I think you need to bring your players forwards. Not past them, but forwards to be able to then break through next time. But this is a really, really difficult spot. So I think I would have just tried to blitz this Longbeard into the tree. Having said that, almost anywhere you go now isn't going to be safe from Longbeards. So this is difficult. What would I do here? Maybe pull back a lot. You've got 6 turns to score in. Well, if this is the dwarf we're targeting, I at least would have put this lineman here, so the War Dancer could blitz him and push him into the tree again. And the tree can take a block, and if he gets knocked down, you can dodge this guy out a bit safer. So that's one thing at least. I think we could have got more mileage out of the tree by blocking dwarves towards it. It's always a good strategy against unagile teams. But this protection of the War Dancer here is really good. I like this. Yeah, might as well just keep passing these two. It's great. Particularly passing to the catcher and then handing off back to the War Dancer. And that's good too. I really like him there. Not letting these guys just run down here easily. So that's quite a good turn actually. It's just we're running out of elves very quickly. What's that? 2 removals and 2 turns. Yeah. Sasha has only got 2 blitzers. Anyway. I think this is the point to make a somewhat risky play next turn, but we'll see how the pitch looks at that point. Because he's got this runner as a sort of safety. There's no one else here. But he's doing a fantastic job of just being awful dwarves and hemming you in. And positioning quite well. So, what can we do? I think, in this situation, it's not good, is it? I think I would have dodged, well, tried to dodge one of these elves out here for an assist from this guy, because these 2 are marked by him. Get a 2-die on this dwarf to push him either down, well, or there in any case, I suppose. And if it's not a knockdown, push him there with the tree. And then hopefully you do get a knockdown. And then what we do is give the ball to this War Dancer and run up and through here. Or this way, perhaps. This is one of those times you might need to sacrifice some elves. So I guess here's the safer place. The key to it is you don't want to let a Longbeard blitz the War Dancer. If it's not a Longbeard, he's looking for powers to knock him over. But how to actually manage that's pretty difficult. And it's made more difficult by the great positioning he's got going on here. So I think I would have gone for that. I suppose if this dwarf was not down then somewhere, and you give this War Dancer the ball, then you can make a fairly safe dodge or a reroll here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go this way then to get so you're out of the range of these Longbeards and these ones. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I'd not used a reroll, probably a GFI. Yeah. He's going to get a 2 dice on you, but it's about the best you can do with this few players, and then see how you can take it from there. So actually using him's safer, I suppose, as an assist. But unfortunately we got the 1-9. Yes, you have to use your reroll there because otherwise your team's dead. But with the catcher there and the follow up and the dwarf there, you can't run through this gap. Not that that's what we're going for anyway. So I kind of don't like the follow up and dodge away because it's away from tackle, but still, he's there. Now he had a lot of movement there. I would have just gone all the way up here. So we went for this pass. But this is basically a potato, but the worst thing is these longbeards can easily hit him. And I would say that's what cost this game. So here we run up an elf to mark them, so it takes one of them out. But you need two marking these 2 longbeards such that it can't block the elves away and still use one to blitz. So that would have to be another elf here, I suppose. One of these 2 spaces. If you put him here, the blitz is going to hit him. If you put him here, it can sort out a bunch of assists and use this one to block this guy away and use this for the blitz. So it'd be impossible with the players that you have left. Excuse me, but for a play like this, you have to stop that tackle blitz, and that means getting another sacrifice in there. Interestingly, if you hadn't done that pass there, and you hadn't used that elf to mark these guys, and you just left him around here, the ball would have been much safer on the toward answer. Yes, he would have been able to mark you with tackle, but he wouldn't be able to get a 2 die on the ball. I don't think. If he was just there, he wouldn't do it. Get a 1 die, but I guess that longbeard can get around 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, it's difficult, but as it is, you've just given up a 2 die against block without dodge or block, which means that he's got a 75% chance to get knocked down, and just a 1 in 36 to not fail. And then he's easily got a 2 die with tackle on the ball. And I don't need to point this out, because we all know what happened. But this is essentially a potato. He doesn't really have to try that hard to get 2 dice on the ball. And they does a very nice job of hemming the rest of the team in here. And he quite sensibly leaves the runner to go for the pickup afterwards too. So, the tackle was all important, and he died. That really sucks. Especially when it's just the 1 hit that he took too. He makes the pickup and runs away. Right, so we are where we are now. I hate it when people say that. But he's running away so deep here. I think you just have to go for it and go and get in the way and use GFIs to just get up in his face. Anything else, and he's going to easily then cage the ball here and grind out to a score, which I think what happened. So to do that, the tree, named after me, very nice. Yeah, takes this block, pushes in there. I guess someone comes up for an assist, and either you blitz it down, which I think I prefer, or you really go all in and run a catcher up for an assist and then go straight for the ball, which should be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 GFI. No, I think that's too far, isn't it? Yes, so blitz the blitzer, and then see if you can get as many players as possible in front of this runner. Is what I'll be going for. So I would have brought him around to provide the assist there. So this guy's movement 4, he's not getting anywhere back there. He's on the floor, he's movement 5, and there's kind of a tree in the way. His only decent movement is this runner here, which is nothing like your catchers. So that catcher, I think, yeah, he's strength 2, but I think he should have just gone straight up to the runner. And yes, you've got no rerolls, so he's probably going to fall on his face and die. But I think that was the only chance left to salvage this match. So it is worth hitting the Troll Slayer generally. I think for this turn, this was perhaps the worst turn, even following the last one. Because, yeah, these guys are here, and it looks like they're threatening the ball, but all he does is he just moves down, doesn't need to roll a dice, moves these guys in, and he's got a cage, and you're not really stopping him then. But here, where he ran back so deep, that's your chance. To just get in his face, he would have to blitz you away. It's a 1 in 9 to fail, or he could try to dodge. That's also 1 in 9 or a reroll. If you've got 2 guys there, he basically has to dodge away, and that's your best chance. That was kind of a shame, but due to happen. So I think this turn was actually the key one to look at. We've got elves around, but not enough of them, which isn't our choice, but just not enough. You've got this guy here, but quite simply does exactly what he should do, and just knocks him over, and then just brings the wall down to safely cage up here. At least that's what I was expecting, but he goes for a slightly crazy pass. Maybe it's not that crazy, actually, no. Because he fails the catch, but makes it the reroll. Doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Okay, so here's your next chance. It's not good, but here's your next chance. That was a decent play from him to take as well, because if he got that, he was away, and you were not stopping this score. But now... there's a long beard there. I think you just have to block him away. I think the only thing for it is a 1 dice with the War Dancer. Rather than rolling a bunch of other things. Probably move the catcher away, keep him out of range of this long beard, so somewhere over here make him try and catch up. Or even with the movement he's got, maybe somewhere like that. And then he wouldn't be able to reach without GFIs. And then if he does follow you over here, you can just run all the way over here and he can't catch you. So yeah, I think the thing to go for here is you block the tree. And if you can get him, well, just out the way, the War Dancer comes in. There's a 1 dice. Now he doesn't have block, so that's decent odds. It's 2+ not to fail. And then whatever happens, you go for the ball and just run and pray. If that works, then you just have to mark up this Longbeard because it's the only one with tackle that can hit you. But yeah, it's a bad situation. So yeah, that's fine. Away from the Longbeard. If that's what we're going for, though, you do it afterwards. So instead we did this where it blocks that guy. Then did the leap. I didn't really like that leap. It used up more movement. You could just come in here and leap straight across to the ball, if that's what we're going for. But regardless, you got the ball. And you made the GFI, or the dodge. Yeah, the GFI. To get away. So this was actually pretty much what I was saying. But with that extra movement we used up, we're still in range of this Longbeard. Instead I would have gone just down and away from the Longbeard. Because, as he should, very well played by your opponent here, he decides to make the GFI with the long beard to get the tackle on the War Dancer. I don't think there's much more to be said for this half then. So he gets the GFI, gets the power. He's alive, but the ball's loose, and he's got his runner here. So the thing to do is just pick it up and run off. And take his one die blocks, which are really annoying, but they are what he should be doing. Okay, so the tree fails to stand up. Now the catcher marks this runner. I guess we're going to blitz the runner. Which isn't a bad call, given everything else we've got. Right, it's turn 7 for him. It's a bit harsh, but what he should do here is move the runner down, but then use everyone around here to foul the War Dancer. He doesn't, but that's what he should have done. So, small mercies there. He really should have fouled that War Dancer. Yes, it's a bit of kicking a man when he's down, but the other one's dead. The rest of your team's asleep. He can actually hit the ball. So amazed he didn't go for the foul. I think if I was him, I would have even taken the foul there, if not the War Dancer one. He's got such crazy numbers advantage. We get another KO, seeing as we're going to go to the end of the half. It could be important. So, only one thing to do here. Lie on the ground. Or you just go all in and try and sack the ball. So let's stand up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blitz. But the leap fails. Now that leap looked like we were leaping to just run away. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's just not far enough to be able to run away without taking GFIs, which dangerous to you, but not as dangerous as the leap, as we saw. So you were lucky to survive the leap. But if we're just looking to get away, I would have just left him there. Normally, you're going to take a boot to the face, but because it's turn 8, he's not going to risk a foul if it means not being able to score. So either just leave the War Dancer on the ground or go for the sack. If I were you, I might have gone for the sack. Either way, obviously, wouldn't have worked with the leap failing, but it might have resulted in a draw for that half, which, after all that, wouldn't have been that bad, because it's just a horrible, horrible game to play. The KOs are amazing. Small blessings. You'd probably be happy if they stayed out. Still, there they are. Okay, what defense have we got here? All we can really do is protect the remaining War Dancer and the catcher. So I still quite like the tree to the side. But this is fine, I guess. I don't know why you'd leave the lineman there. It actually makes it a bit easier for him to get 2 frenzy hits compared to if the lineman was here or here. Then if he hits one of them with the Troll Slayer, he needs to bring out an extra assist to get the second 2 die. Small thing. But other than that, there's not much more we can do here. And that's just amazing that the tree takes a rock. AV10 counts nothing against a rock. That's just shocking. That's horrible. And I think he made a mistake there. He should have used one of the other two Longbeards to block, so we could have got a second hit. I think what he should have actually done was blitz this guy and just run the Longbeards in here to cause trouble. He didn't really set up that well. Okay, so it's 5 elves against 10 dwarves. So normally you'd still going for the sack on the ball here. He's positioned quite well to make that very difficult. So what can we do? All the tackle makes this so hard. If it wasn't for the tackle, I'd probably suggest you run the catcher through there to mark one of the runners, and then you can leap the war dancer over and hit the ball. With the tackle, that's a 3+ without a reroll, which is a bit too much. Still, it's probably your only chance. He's playing the game exactly as he wants to. Very well as well, but he's just doing exactly what dwarves want to do, which is base everyone, keep taking blocks and knocking them out and not taking a attrition himself because it's bloody dwarves. So, yeah, it's not that nice, but I think you just try and dodge the catcher through there, mark him, and then what's the movement like for the war dancer? Because if you don't have to leap, no, it's still tackle, so you might as well leap. So yeah, then the war dancer can try and hit the ball. So you try that. If anything works, maybe you get really cheeky and see if you can get another elf through as well, but yeah, you have to reroll that. And it fails. Very typical of this game. And at least he survived. There's a good chance that's the end of the game, depending on how things go, but we'll see what the next turn's like. It's so annoying that dwarves get the whole roster and 3 rerolls, and they've got all this block and tackle. It's just not right. And most of REBBL doesn't have any respect for dwarf coaches. It'd be really nice if the tree stood up here, but it doesn't. So yeah, I think the next best thing is just to blitz this Longbeard away and run down here, dodge the catcher away and see what he can do. I think you don't really care about linemen, so I would probably still try and dodge this guy out. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Don't even know if I dislike not dodging away. Oh, I can't even tell. Yeah, I like that. I think I would have left him on the ground though. I'll skip this turn. So, he's got a proper cage this time. And the War Dancer's not getting anywhere near. Oh, that's quite nice. So that turnover was the only chance to actually make anything more out of this match. Which is a big ask as well. So I think what I'd do is try and bring him round to here, blitz the runner with the lineman. And then run the War Dancer and the catch around. It might feel like you've lost at this point, but he probably doesn't want to score yet, which would be your chance. He probably should just score as soon as he can. But with a bit of luck, he could equalise from that. I mean, yeah, it's very unlikely, but he probably wants to stall. So, it looks like all is lost, but I think you pressure the ball here as hard as you can. Which isn't this. So I can see the logic in it. But these two Longbeards are so slow. They're not getting back into this match that quickly. And okay, the War Dancer's there. That's not so bad, and this guy can dodge away here. You've got a scoring threat, but you've got so few elves left around here. I might have preferred to leave him back. Or, if he's running up here, to run him further away, because this Longbeard can come and mark him without any GFIs. So I really don't like that. I would have left him over here, I think. 1 or 2 more squares away. And then as he comes up, just run away again. Because if he does base you, which he will, you have to dodge away from tackle, which is bad. And if you don't, then he hits you for 2 dice with tackle, which is really bad. It's just a bad time. I kind of like dodging these guys out and putting them there. Kind of like it. And we are pressuring this a tiny bit, but he has such numbers advantage here that he'll just knock this guy down and reform the cage up. I think it really needed a lot more to get players round, which is more risky and was likely to lose them. But in my opinion, it was the only remaining option. Dwarves are disgusting. So he stays there, which I found very interesting as well. So fantastic, the tree actually gets to mark someone. Yeah, that's probably the best place it could have gone to. This is your shot on the ball. It looks like the easiest is you bring this guy in here. Yes, he's going to die, but he's a lineman, you don't care. And the War Dancer leaps in, gets a 1 die on the ball. Whew, I mean, yeah, it's scary. Does he get served? Maybe. Maybe you have to dodge out again. If you take that blitz on the ball, you can dodge here, or here, and then out again, which I think you just have to do, risking the turnover. But if you get the ball down, then these guys can maybe stand up, do something with it. It's no big ask. First, we'll dodge this guy really far away, because all of them need a 2+ to dodge. So you might as well take the one which is next to, or the one that's standing up next to a dwarf, because it's going to take a double block otherwise. But I think that was your real chance to get the ball. I was really surprised you didn't move the cage at all. No. This movement away, this catch is movement 8, and the Longbeard's movement 4. You can go as far as he wants, but that just lets him stand next to him again. And this was a nice idea. It was a good idea. There's just not enough elves left, which is a shame, but there's just not enough on the pitch to stop this cage advancing. But he can just move it anywhere he wants here. It's while he's near the sideline that it's a bit more vulnerable. If you could, get a guy in here and go for the leap blitz and knock him that way and get a knockdown, and you're hoping for it to scatter out of bounds and get thrown in somewhere. Um, but this might be done now. He just has so many dwarves around the ball. If you're going to hit this ball, you'd have to bring him in there, leap into here, punch him, and then see if you can get it with this guy. But is it worth it at this point? Maybe if he wasn't marked. And there was this really slim chance that you could get the ball to him. Or even just around there. You know, if you can throw an inaccurate pass up here and it scatters somewhere, he's not recovering it. And then you score and draw, which isn't so bad. It means sacrificing this elf. He's definitely going to die. That's how I looked at it. And yeah, you got to take a leap without a reroll, but we're going to have a few of those this season until we can afford another reroll and War Dancer. I do actually think you should get another War Dancer first before a reroll. But I think it's your only chance if you really want to get that point. Is it worth it? Maybe not. No, maybe not. Maybe you just blitz this Longbeard, run your War Dancer up here and try and screen him off and just give up on this one. Yeah, it looks like that's what we're going for. So I like that. I really like that. We make the leap. It's knocked down. It's so annoying that my dwarf catches the ball. That's so annoying. I actually really like not following up with the tree there. I think that's a really good decision. But if you had followed up, he's got this space to sort of move in, but the tree's still there. It locks down these squares. And better yet, if he doesn't mark the tree, you might be able to do something with the tree if the ball's still around here. So actually, that wasn't so bad. I think you forgot about this elf. I think he should have maybe stepped there. Because at this point, you're just throwing bodies at the problem in an attempt to try and solve it. The one dice isn't a bad idea. And again, it feels bad, but I actually like following up there to kind of lock this guy down. He's going to punch him back, but he's not going to move anywhere. And that's the decision you have to take sometimes. So I said I'd like to put him there, because this was the last Longbeard that's not around the ball, other than the guy carrying the ball, which you could have used, I guess. But yeah, I would have brought him in to mark this Longbeard, because otherwise this Longbeard's just going to punch the War Dancer. And again, the tackle makes all the difference. And he survives, which is a bonus. But it's a shame he just gets everything he needs here. It's really annoying. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible matchup. It's the worst. So I'd see that the tree can mark anyone. If you're feeling like taking a risk, I might have put him here. Probably doesn't matter at this point. I really don't ever like taking GFIs of a tree. But sometimes I do. And I think here, with the leap being so difficult, and this guy having tackle, I actually think I'll leave the War Dancer for this one and use these two linemen to just get a one die on the ball, see if I can just bring someone round, get him to come and blitz the ball that way, and if you get knocked down, maybe get him to pick it up. Actually, if we're going to GFI with the tree, it's a lot better there, because it's the runners that are the important ones. But I wouldn't be an idea if you just gave up on this one as well. So that was a shame. It's a shame you used that guy. This guy would have made the dodge. I can see you going for the 2 dice there. Sometimes it's better just to go for the 1 dice if it's easier to take compared to that 3+. I mean, it's so easy to say that after it's gone wrong. So I won't be too disheartened by this match. He got every dice he needed to. He had that 1 turnover, which was a bit greedy. But he's just knocked elves down all the time, got removals all the time, picked up the ball every time. And he's had really good positioning too. Whereas, yeah, your dice haven't been amazing. If they were, you'd probably at least be drawing. Now is the point to give up. I think the first thing to do on your turn is just dodge the catcher as far away as possible, rather than anything in the block. Oh, unless he's on the floor. It's on the floor, so I'd leave him there. So yeah, it's time to give up. You may as well blitz the tree, which I think you try. I don't know why he stood up. Tree took root, because I'm a useless tree. Should never have named it after me. I don't know why the War Dancer got up. It's his turn 16 next. He's always going to score. I just don't like risking killing the War Dancer. So he sets up for 3 dice, which is what he should do. Very nice. At least it's not more injuries. He's had so many armor breaks. So many removals. Yeah, that was a just horrible game. So hopefully it gets better from here. So with Wood Elves, you've often got the chance or opportunity to try for a 110 touchdown. He does set up quite well to protect from it here. It's just not worth going for in any case. You've got no reroll. The reason I won't go for it is it at least needs 3 GFIs from your catcher. Or more pushes, but either way it needs a whole bunch of dice. And just take that many GFIs from your catcher could kill him. And you don't need to. Now if it was to draw the game, to go for it. But as it is, it's just turn 16. I think I just set up to take blocks. Or what it looks like doing, go for another vanity pass on the War Dancer. I think I'd first use the tree and block this guy with a tree. It's just much more likely not to cause a turnover. Like that. 1 in 6. Happens a lot. So that was a horrible match. I feel really bad that you used my build. And it's had probably the worst outcome of a War Dancer dying. I could say it could be worse and more people could have died, but that was just grim. Lyman got the MVP, so he's the one to give a vanity pass to. Other than that, I don't think there's anything to say, so I hope you have a lot better luck next week. Okay, see you then.